Hello everyone, myself Shailendra Suryavanshi, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Kaili College of Pharmacy, Belagavi. Today I am going to give a talk on quality by design and approach to the analytical methods. The learning objective: by the end of this session, the learner will be able to know the process of product development and quality evaluation. What is quality by design in analytical methods? What are the importance of quality by design methods, and what are the important steps involved in the quality by design analytical methods along with their benefits in the pharmaceutical industries. The content of my presentation: introduction, quality by design, analytical quality by design, regulatory requirement, comparison of traditional and new approaches, steps involved in the AQPD, and the benefits of the analytical quality by design approach. As we know that the drugs can be defined as the active chemical substances which are obtained from the different sources and used to treat, mitigate, diagnose and prevent, also cure various diseases and disorders in the human beings as well as in the animals. Now this can be taken internally or applied externally in the suitable pharmaceutical dosage preparations or the dosage forms. And these pharmaceutical formulated dosage forms in the pharmaceutical industries, and before to launch this product into the market, they have to be analyzed for its quality. And hence the analysis of drug in the bulk form or in the API form as well as in the pharmaceutical product play a very important role. Now this analysis is going to be done or performed in the pharmaceutical quality control department or in the pharmaceutical R&D, research and development units, and this analysis will be going to be done with the help of titrometric methods, spectrophotometric methods and the chromatographic methods. Whatever the activities, the controlling activities are going to be there, they are going to be regulated by various regulatory bodies who can control and regulate the quality of drug and pharmaceutical products. Next, this is the overview about the pharmaceutical product and process development. So we are having some drugs, or we can say as a API. These APIs are going to be formulated in the form of suitable pharmaceutical dosage preparations or the dosage forms, and these preparations are going to be controlled or checked for their quality in the quality control department. These quality control department activities are going to be assured by the quality assurance department, and then the product is going to be launched to the pharmaceutical market. Now the thing is that what these quality control laboratories will do, like these quality control laboratories will evaluate the quality of the product on the basis of these analytical methods such as chromatographic methods, spectrophotometric methods, electrochemical methods, titrometric methods and biological methods. Now who will give this method? So we are having one more department in the pharmaceutical industry called as an analytical quality by design or the analytical research and development department. This analytical research and development unit develops, they validate the methods and they will give to the analytical department, that is the quality control department. Here the analytical method department and the analytical research and development unit, these two departments in the pharmaceutical industries are going to be regulated by various regulatory bodies who controls and observes the various activities in this department, and they frame some guidelines to control the activities, and they also do some audits, trials and all those things to compare this quality aspects in the various industries. Next we are having the quality mantra. What is quality? This quality cannot be tested into the product, but it has to be built by the design in the product. So this is called as a quality mantra. Now you can't test the quality into the drug product because it is a culture which incorporates the quality principles as well as a strong compliance function. It incorporates risk assessment and management. It refocuses the attention of the resources on what's important to the customer, that is here the customer may be the patient, health professionals, payers and the distribution chains. Next we are having the quality. This quality is directly or indirectly associated with the patient because the patients are dependent on the quality of the products. So here the product can be considered as a target profile. Next we'll go towards the definition of the quality by design. What is quality by design? Now, quality by design is a systematic approach to development which begins with the predefined objectives and emphasizes the product and process understanding and process control based on the sound science and quality risk management. In our ICH guidelines, we have 3 different guidelines who are really they are talking about or framing the guidelines about the quality in the product and development and the processes. So we are having the ICH Q8 guideline, ICH Q9 guideline, ICH 10 guidelines. So these are the 3 guidelines mainly supports the quality in the product, and they deals with the pharmaceutical development, quality risk management and quality management, which is equal to the quality by design. Also, we have one more regulatory body like FDA, that is Food Drug and Administration. In a quality by design system, the product is designed to meet a patient requirement. The process is designed to consistently meet the product critical quality attributes. The impact of formulation components and the process parameters on the product quality is understood. Now also we have like critical sources of the process variability are going to be identified and controlled in the department. The process is continually monitored and updated to assure the consistency quality over time. So these are some regulatory requirements which are going to be given by the FDA. Also we have some pros and cons with respect to the quality by design analytical methods. So what are some pros? Like we are having the scientific understanding, holistic approach, less data to manage, meaningful data can be covered or it can be gained, fewer non-conformances, also the lean processes, more cost efficient, better control of process, continuous improvement, managed based on risk, the patient first approach, up to 30% of the savings can be done if we will implement the quality by design approach. Also there are some cons. As such, if there are some no cons and there is no hazard by implementing this method, like because this new concept and hard to get by in hand, just starting to the to be recognized by authorities, culture change will be there, some investment we have to do need to be done, and the time to get to know the process and the product difficult to apply retrospectively. So now we'll move towards where this quality by design approach can be used, or we are having different APIs like pharmaceutical active ingredients or bulk drug we can say. Also we have the excipient, we have the analytics like simple dosage forms we are having, also some advanced drug delivery systems like nano drug technology and the transdermal drug delivery, nasal drug delivery system, so blood brain barrier. Through that system we are having some delivery systems, and also some medical devices and diagnosis devices are there, so that can be analyzed and the quality can be checked by using this quality by design analytical methods. And already we have discussed about few guidelines like ICH Q8, Q9 and Q10, which are working together to control various activities in the pharmaceutical industries with regard to the product development and process development. Also one of the very important thing, like this quality by design is a science-based approach, and it is widely used in the pharmaceutical industry to continually monitor and improve the quality of product, and it introduced by the ICH and USFDA guidelines through their series of the Qs and all those things. So the application of this quality by design in pharmaceutical product development is now trust area for the regulatory authorities and also for the pharmaceutical industries. Now when this concept of and the principles of QBD, that is quality by design, when we are going to apply to the analytical methodologies like analytical development and validations, then this approach is completely we can separately consider it as a analytical quality by design, and it is mainly used to develop robust analytical methods that consistently delivers intended performance throughout its life cycle. This is what an overview of the quality by design. As we know that it is a science-based approach. It introduced by the series of guidelines through the USFDA and ICH. It is a systematic approach to development that begins with the predefined objectives, and also in the pharmaceutical industry which can continually monitor and improve the quality of product. We have different tools in this quality by design approach like analytical target profile, critical quality attributes like risk assessment, method operation optimization, and the development by DOE. Here the DOE is design of experiment, also method operable design regions, control strategies, method validation and continuous method monitoring. So this thing can be done. Now as per this quality by design, we have one slogan like quality cannot be tested into the product, but it has to be built in the product by a design. Now these are the some benefits, like it ensures the better region of method with less problem in the analysis, robust method development can be done, less failure of the methods during the method transfer, better results, knowledge of risk and its association with the method variable can be achieved. Now with this help of diagram you can say that we are having in the current state. Now we are in the current state. Suppose if you want to go to the desired state, then that time we have to go through some guidelines or some like you can say the toll gates and all, or the screening parameters. So if you go through this, then definitely we'll go to the desired state. Now to go to this desired test, we have to pass or we have to challenge to some guidelines. Like here we are having the ICHQ8, ICHQ9, ICHQ10. So when we'll move through these guidelines, definitely will come with some quality in our product. If you bypass this, then whatever the product we are going to have, that is not going to be having a quality attributes or the quality parameter into it, which can be less consumed, or there will be the no compliance to the patient. So that's why this quality by design approach play a very important role in the analytical method and developments. These are some references we have taken from the different source like net source, as well as some literatures and books from the library. With this, we'll conclude the session. Thank you, one and all.